Hello, this is Michael Emery with Emery EPS Internet Marketing, and what I'm doing is I'm doing some keyword research related to the wine industry and specifically focusing upon the Sauvignon Blanc product. So what we're looking at here is we can see that Sauvignon Blanc receives approximately 33,000 searches just within the USA on a monthly basis. And this would be a very powerful term to reinforce your company or your organization's brand if you were to begin to show up in the top search results for this keyword phrase on the first page of Google. So imagine what it would be like to have your website show up position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when somebody goes and searches Sauvignon Blanc. That would gain you a massive amount of exposure and traffic. And what I'm going to show you here is, now this may not be a keyword phrase that directly converts into buying traffic, but it could be a very powerful branding keyword phrase so that people begin to associate your brand, your organization's brand, with Sauvignon Blanc. But let's take a look at some of the other ones here. This keyword phrase, that could be a very good buying keyword phrase when somebody is already a connoisseur or an enthusiast of Sauvignon Blancs and they're looking for something new. They want to expand, and they're looking for what's considered to be the best out there. And that keyword phrase is getting about 1,000 searches per month in the USA. So there's, on a global level, there's a lot of different markets available also. And we can see here that New Zealand, we've got country plus Sauvignon Blanc. It's also getting 1,000 searches per month. So those are two keyword phrases that would be considered strong. It's a branding keyword phrase, but it's also a buying keyword phrase in my opinion, where somebody's looking for the best that exists in the marketplace globally, and then this is somebody that's looking for something from a specific country. And so you could replace the country here. It could be any country that's out there, or you could be looking at doing what I call hijacking, and you could be a producer, someplace else. You could be in Chile, California, some other location, and you're looking at hijacking this marketplace and enhancing your branding or your brand exposure, where you could do something like New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc versus Chilean Sauvignon Blanc. That's just one example out there. Or you could replace that with any other country, and you could do a comparison where you're ranking for both this phrase and the versus phrase that you follow up with. So let's see here. This could be an example of an educational keyword phrase. Sauvignon Blanc taste. Well, somebody's looking to do, they're trying to educate themselves, essentially. They're trying to find out what are the finer distinctions that separate this sort of wine. 880 people are searching for that per month. So this is something where you could create an article or blog post on your website, and you could educate your potential customers in terms of what your wine is like, and this is a great opportunity for you to pitch and sell. Why should somebody try your wine? And that could be a great opportunity to sell directly to the public, or to also sell to buyers that represent restaurants, wine clubs, or other organizations, bars, etc. Here's another example of a educational phrase. How many calories in a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc? 590 searches per month. So let's look down here and see what else is showing up in terms of an actual buying phrase. Just scrolling down here's one. It's not necessarily strong. I would say that best is a better one, but good Sauvignon Blanc. I would say best is better because good is less passionate. So when somebody's looking for the best, they want something that's great. And good is like, well, give me something that's better than average. We can see in here we've got a lot of brands that are showing up. And those might be examples where if you're an independent, you could, like an independent organization, you could rank, you could do a comparison between different brands. But if you are a wine producer, you probably don't want to do a competition against do a review against your competitors. But you could. There's no rules why you couldn't. Here's a good example. Best New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. 170 searches per month in the USA. So you could replace New Zealand with any other keyword phrase out there that represents a country. It could be a local, like a city. It could be a state, or it could be a nation. So there's definitely a lot of options there. I hope this has given you some ideas, and while I've been talking, you've been looking at and seeing the kind of keyword search phrase traffic that's been happening here on this column. And there's a lot of different variations that could happen where you could look at targeting, say that you're a producer in one country. Well, you could look at hijacking and targeting a different country. There's no reason why you can't do this. It all comes down to internet marketing and exposure and driving traffic. So you can create awareness. And that's something that I'd love to have the opportunity to speak with the individual who's in charge of internet marketing at your organization, outline some SEO plans, do some SEO keyword research, and determine what would it take to position your website for keyword search phrases that could possibly include this one, but some other ones that will drive traffic to your website and enhance your overall branding at a local, national, and global level. So thank you very much for your time, and I'll talk to you soon.